Venom number 19 by Al Ewing was published few days ago with this impressive cover showing Venom fighting Flexo, the Rubber Man. Dylan Brock, aka Venom, comes to visit his friend Normie Osborn, aka the Red Goblin, but Normie tells him that it's Sunday and he is not alone at home as they have just got back from church. Normie is worried that his mother might see Venom, but he assures him that she won't. Venom then asks Normie where he keeps the symbiote, and Normie says under the bed. Venom then tells Normie that they gotta go and tells him to get his symbiote on. Suddenly, Norman Osborn, aka the Green Goblin, knocks on the door and enters the room, but Dylan manages to revert back to his human form before Norman notices anything. Dylan introduces himself as Normie's friend, remarking that they are learning about ethics, and asks Norman if he knows what ethics are. At the table, Norman hears the latest news about a villain called Slide who went loose following an armored car heist. Although he wants to stay with his grandson, Norman decides to stop the villain and leaves the table, then turns to the Gold Goblin before flying away. Meanwhile, Normie tells Dylan to leave before Norman gets back, and before leaving, Dylan asks Normie if he wants Norman back, and Normie says that he is still his grandfather, but Dylan says that this is not a yes. Later on, the police confront Slide, who was trying to run away with the money he stole, and warn him to get down on the ground before they open fire. Slide did as they told him to do, and gets down on the ground, but only to slide under their car. The Gold Goblin then arrives and hits Slide with an adhesive grenade, boasting that it outperforms Spider-Man's webs. Norman then notices that this is not the real Slide, who says that he just stole a bag of cash, but never killed anybody. He then mocks Norman by asking how much money he needed to wash off all the murders he committed. Before Norman can answer, Venom arrives and hits him from behind, remarking that nothing is enough to redeem Norman of his crimes. Venom knocks the Goblin into the wall, remarking that no amount of money or blood could cover that much sin, and tells Norman that he has been trying to compensate for all the wrong sins he did, and wonders how his legal team managed to help him out. They probably said that Norman wasn't in his right mind when he was the Green Goblin, cause this Gold Goblin is his right mind. Norman retaliates and hits Venom, but that just tickles him. Venom then tells Norman that he will show him an easier way to atone for all his victims. He then tosses Norman off the building, but Norman summons his glider and tells it to get him away from Venom, who manages to whip the glider and knocks Norman into a wall. Venom then pounds on Norman, telling him that he is a dead man, but Norman starts laughing and tells Venom that he knows that he deserves this punishment, but he just always thought that it would be Spider-Man who would finish him. He also tells Dylan that he is not Brock or Flash Thompson, but even so, he must have hurt him bad to earn this. Venom was about to kill Norman, but Dylan prevents him from doing that. Venom then drops Norman, remarking that he deserves to die. Norman then tells Venom that he is glad that he could help him work through his rage. Venom says that it was a good session and that he will make another appointment real soon. Later on, the officers were watching the fight and did not notice that Slide managed to slip right out of his suit and ran away. The building which was damaged in the fight is revealed to contain a hidden lab in which a pipe is broken by Venom slamming Norman into the wall and venting liquid nitrogen. The pipe also leads to a stasis tank which contained Flexo the Rubber Man, who manages to break his way out. Although I am already fed up with all the symbiotes in this run, I would love to see Venom fighting Flexo in a well-written fight like this one between Venom and the Gold Goblin. Hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Thanks for watching and have a nice one.